Boy, that was ugly. But Tennessee does just enough. 34-31 over Arkansas. Some instant reactions for the 5-1 Vols.
You are Locked On Vols, your daily podcast on the Tennessee Volunteers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, everybody? Happy late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, whenever you guys are listening to this instant reaction podcast following Tennessee's 34-31 win over the Arkansas Razorbacks. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate Mazda for being a part of the show, like our players. Mazda sweats every detail because when you make every move count, pulling off the unexpected is only the beginning. Stay tuned later for highlights in this week's Moving the Game Forward, Mazda Move and Be Moved. I'm Eric Cain, host of Locked On Vols here. Of course, a member of the VolQuest.com team, and I'm coming at you at the time of this recording. It is live from the Neyland Stadium press box. The football field, if you're watching on YouTube, is to my left. You can kind of... Oh, the garage door's closed. One second. You see a little field there. So sorry, I've got my little contraption here. My laptop is... And now we have a purple screen, which is really weird. Anyway, sorry about that. My computer kind of went all purple, which is kind of weird. Hopefully that did not happen on the recording. But nonetheless, I'm here in the press box and just trying to... trying to walk away, trying to gather my thoughts, I guess, from what we just witnessed out there. Again, I mean, it's a 34-31 win. Tennessee won. Tennessee is 5-1. And for however angry you feel right now, for however frustrated you feel right now, and I mean, those emotions are validated. Like, I'm not saying you can't feel that. I mean, who am I to say you can or can't do whatever you want to do? The funny thing about that is Tennessee should be undefeated. Right? Like, and I mean, we can play both sides of this, right? I mean, Tennessee has just been in 3 one-score football games in Southeastern Conference play. So, you know, one play here and there for Tennessee could have meant Tennessee lost all 3 of those games. Tennessee's won 2 of those games. But the fact of the matter is, if you make a 47-yard field goal, you know, you should be 5 or 6-0 and 3-0 in Southeastern Conference play. So for as bad as you might feel right now, gosh, man, it could be... You're literally one play away from, I mean, you probably still feel bad about the defense and all that. I mean, for the second straight week, the offense, or second straight game, the offense has kind of gone into a little bit of a rut at times. But you're never going to be perfect, right? But you're still very, very close to being undefeated on the season. So I say this all the time, and this is kind of becoming habit. And I think that's okay. It just kind of, you know, Tennessee is who Tennessee is at this point. You never apologize for a win. Never apologize for a win. I said it after the UAB game. I said it after the Mississippi State game. And I'm saying it here after the Arkansas game. You never apologize for the win because winning in this league is hard. And so the most important thing that you did was win the football game. Georgia down 10-0 against Auburn, you know, Saturday night. Alabama couldn't stay away from Missouri, ended up winning by 3 points. Oklahoma, playing a quarterback with a broken thumb, you know, scored, 6 points? Or did they score again later in the game? Like it's hard to win in this league. And so you never apologize for that. But you sit here again and you're just kind of like, man, like this is kind of who Tennessee is. Again, like what do we talk about all bye week and game week here? It's Tennessee's defense giving up too many points. Tennessee's defense giving up too many yards. But Tennessee's defense continues to make plays to steal some possessions, you know, in this football game. And I mean, gosh, if they didn't follow that script to a T here in this one, right? I mean, goodness gracious, Tennessee forced 3 fumbles. Is that right? Tennessee forced 3 turnovers. Yeah, Tennessee forced 4 fumbles, 3 turnovers. The Volunteers were only able to cash in on one of those, though, which is unfortunate, right? 3 takeaways. Tennessee's only able to cash in on one of those for a touchdown. That's unfortunate. But for as much you gave up on the ground, and you gave up a ton on the ground, and we'll get to a lot more of this in Monday's show, you still sacked the quarterback 5 times. You still had 9 TFLs. You still have 3 takeaways. I mean, goodness gracious, if that is not who Tennessee's defense is this year, I don't know what is. I mean, that's what Tennessee's defense is. And it's frustrating and everything, but that should be what you kind of expect. Tennessee's going to give up a lot on the ground. Tennessee's going to give up some through the air. Tennessee's going to sack the quarterback, and Tennessee's going to get some takeaways. I think 6 games into the season, that is exactly who this Tennessee defense was. I thought against Syracuse, I thought Tennessee was susceptible, but I thought the defense, that was kind of an anomaly. Against UAB, when you give up all those points, I mean, it was 42-7 at halftime, and then you emptied the bench. Okay, whatever. Georgia was Georgia. I thought Georgia was really, really good, and I don't know how good Georgia is at the time of this recording. Let's see what they finish and look like against Auburn. But I think I'm to the point now, obviously, and I was to the point before this, right? But, I mean, I think it's solidified, obviously, that this defense is just going to give up some. But, again, they are going to continue to go and get that football and impact the game in different ways. But it's frustrating because, goodness gracious, Mike Washington comes out and says, quote, that's a great defense, but there's a lot of holes in that defense. There's a lot of holes in that defense, so it's going to be a fun game, end quote. Like, we talked about that on the show last week. And, I mean, gosh, we even said it's factually correct. Like, he's not lying, right? He's not lying. And he goes out there and gets a big old gain of like 40-something on the first drive. It's like, goodness gracious, guys, come to play. So I don't know. That's just kind of frustrating in that regard. But how I thought this game was going to materialize, right, was I thought they were going to go back and forth, touchdown, field goal, I'm just spewing my words here. But I thought they were going to kind of go tick for tack. And then I thought in the second half Tennessee would pull away because I think Tennessee's the better football team. And that's exactly what happened. For as frustrating as the first half was, Tennessee came out on fire in the third quarter and turnover on downs. It was, let's see here, let me look it up. Drive charts. Second half, fumble, turnover on downs, punt, fumble. That was the first 4 drives of the second half offensively for Arkansas in this game. And then to end the game, which is so frustrating, but to end the game in the fourth quarter, Tennessee's defense gives up a touchdown and a touchdown. Tim Banks made some adjustments big time. Tim Banks made some adjustments coming out of the locker room, but then just couldn't finish the game strong, and that's really, really annoying. So how I thought this game was going to go, it kind of went that way until I did not anticipate those late touchdowns being scored to make the deficit 3 and make it a 34-31 outcome. So anyway, post-game shows, these reaction shows are just kind of getting my random thoughts before I go back and watch and kind of de-compartmentalize everything and all that. So that's why I think the shows are, really, really good. But at the end of the day, you're 5-1, and nothing about this performance takes away anything that I thought about Tennessee versus Alabama. Like, before today happened, I thought Tennessee would give up a crap ton of points and yards to Alabama. That didn't change based on what Arkansas did to Tennessee. Arkansas, who's got a really good offense, right? I still think Tennessee's going to give up a crap ton of points and yards to Alabama, but I also think Tennessee can go tick for tack a little bit. But can Tennessee find a way to win on the road against who I think is a really good football team in a place you haven't won at since 2003? We'll see. We'll talk about that all this week. We will. But I don't know. I know a lot of fans are frustrated. That's fine, but you won the football game, and you're 5-1. Much better than losing the football game like you did this time last year. And we'll get into some of the stats and all that, and some of the concerns. I think Tennessee's got to get healthy for sure, and we'll have even more of this conversation on Monday's show. But end of the day, you won the football game. That was most important. You had would you have a 17-point lead at one point in time and kind of gave that up, which is frustrating. You scored 24 points straight and gave that up, which is a little frustrating. But end of the day, you won the football game, and that is the most important thing. Hey, when we come back, we'll take a look at the stats, injury concerns, all that and more as we continue on reacting to Tennessee's 34-31 winner over Arkansas. This episode is brought to you in part by Mazda's moving the game forward for those who believe it's not just about playing the game, it's about redefining it. These are the moments that do more than put points on the board. They move crowds, they move culture, and they keep moving the game forward. This week's moment that moved the game forward, gosh, man, I don't know. I mean, DeSean Bishop on the ground. He had long runs of 32 yards, 22 yards. I mean, he was all over the place, man. I mean, they had, until we got hurt, They had absolutely no answers for DeSean Bishop. I thought he was great, and obviously key with 146 yards, 14 carries, and a touchdown to getting Tennessee's run game back to where it needed to be in SEC games. When you follow what moves you, the unexpected is only the beginning, and just like there's more to every highlight, there's more to every Mazda vehicle. Mazda, where you can move and you can be moved. So I want to give a shout out to our friends over at FanDuel Sportsbook. NFL season is here. We got a full slate of Sunday football to watch tomorrow, and I'm going to be on FanDuel all day long, and I hope you will as well. Right now, new customers, give that just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right, pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. I love using the FanDuel Sportsbook app because it has a little something for me, right? Parlays, player props, live in-game betting, all that and more. Whether you're a casual fan or love diving into the stats, FanDuel makes the game day experience so much better. Plus, makes your following your fantasy football team that much better on Sundays as well. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com to download the FanDuel app today and get started. That is FanDuel, where you can make every moment more. Most people can't name all their financial accounts or even what they're worth, whether it's 401ks, properties, or investments. And when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. That's where Monarch Money comes in. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or on your phone. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you put off organizing your finances, Monarch is for you. Monarch does the heavy lifting for you. You can link all your accounts in minutes, see clear data visuals, get smart categorizations of your spending, and finally feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use promo code LOCKEDONCollege at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with promo code LOCKEDONCollege. All right, guys, a couple more thoughts, a couple more reactions here as we come at you after Tennessee's 34-31 win over Arkansas. Tennessee has improved to 5-1 on the season, 2-1 in Southeastern Conference play. Again, most important thing is getting the win, obviously. But gosh, man, there's just so much that it just leaves a lot to be desired, right? I mean, Tennessee's rush defense, goodness gracious, you go and look at how many big gashers on the ground Arkansas had. Arkansas had 10 run plays that exceeded 10 yards or more. They had a 38-yarder. They had a 26-yarder, a 22-yarder, had a 22-yarder, had an 11-yarder, had a 15-yarder, had an 18-yarder, and then another 11-yarder. Goodness gracious, man. I mean, and that 38-yarder came on, gosh, was that the first play? No, play number 8. It was play number 8 of the drive. First series of the game for Arkansas. Just really, really annoying, right? And you look at what Arkansas did running the football, 240 yards. Tennessee ended up rushing for 264 yards, which is really great to see. Rush defense, just not good. Here's a stat that is just awful, and I'm probably going to write a story about it tonight before I leave here. Arkansas was 7 of 13 on third downs. All 7 of the conversions for Arkansas in this football game were from 8 yards or more. Tennessee just could not get off the field. It was 3rd and long. A couple of those 3rd and 10 plus could not get off the field. All 7 of the conversions for Arkansas in this football game. I mean, I was tracking it, man. I couldn't believe it. Like, we're 3rd and 8 or more. There was a 3rd and 17, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 10. Let's count them one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gosh, man. Like, that's incredible. That is incredibly bad. Just incredibly, incredibly bad. So, I thought Joey was good. I liked how they used his legs there in the second half and, put a scare on everybody when he landed on the football and knocked the breath out of him. But I thought he was good. They clearly were taking Chris Brazzell out of the football game. Only 1 reception, couple of targets. I thought Tennessee did a good job of having Braylon Staley step up over the century mark. That was great to see, 109 yards. Miles Kitselman stepped up, 56 yards and a touchdown. It was really, really good to see in that regard. I thought DeSean was just fantastic. And, he was trying to come back in the game. They taped it up, and then finally they were like, hey, man, you're not going back in. He looked fine after the game walking around. Braylon Staley looked fine after the game celebrating. I know he went back in the game. But I'll be intrigued to see kind of what these guys feel like tomorrow. feel like getting out of bed tomorrow, especially DeSean Bishop, man, because that was a nasty injury it looked like he had. But 14 carries, 146 yards at the touchdown. They simply had no answer for DeSean Bishop, who averaged 10 yards per carry on 14 carries. That was awesome to see. So there was always some good. It's never as bad as you think it is. It's never as good as you think it is. End of the day, the under hit, because that total over our friends over FanDuel Sportsbook was 68.5, 69.5. The under hit barely at a 34-31 win. But Tennessee was finally able to run the football, and that's good, because if Tennessee could not run the football against this horrendous defense, then I don't know if Tennessee was able to run the football again. So anyway, we'll have more thoughts. I'll have a ton more thoughts. I'm going to go back and watch the game. We'll talk about it on Monday's show. Tennessee, this is kind of who Tennessee is, right? Your defense is going to give up points. Your defense is going to give up yards, but they're also going to create some opportunities for you. It's up to Tennessee to take advantage of those opportunities created by the defense. Tennessee's offense did not do that tonight. Again, 3 takeaways, scored only 1 touchdown off of it. That, knowing what we know about Tennessee's defense on the road next week against Alabama, scoring on 3 takeaways once, it's not going to be good enough to win the football game. So we'll have to talk about. We'll continue to get into that this week. We'll have plenty more on Tennessee's 34-31 win over Arkansas on Monday's Locked On Vols. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me here late on a Saturday night, early on a Sunday morning for a little reactionary Tennessee winner over Arkansas right here on Locked On Vols. Thank you guys.